Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It has been forever since I have filmed a video for you guys. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers that this one works out the first take because, long story short, we had a power outage. My original camera was plugged into the wall and apparently it fried. So I just had to run to the store and get like the first cheapest camera I could find until I can order a new one. So I can't even see myself right now, like, you know, it doesn't have the screen that pops out, so I don't even know if I'm in focus. Let's cross our fingers. So I'm really excited about today's video because I am a humongous book nerd and I'm actually doing a collaboration with Richelle. You can find her channel linked below. Her channel is Richelle Shade. I'll also have it like on the screen. But we decided that we were going to do our top 10 books list, and let me just say that this was really hard to come up with a top 10 because I love so many, and it's even harder to come up with them from favorite to most favorite. Does that make sense? Basically, I'm going to start from 10 and go all the way to 1. 1 being my #1 favorite book. I'm going to quit rambling. Let's go ahead and we'll get started. Alright, so my number 10 favorite book is Vampire Academy. This is by Richelle Mead, and it's actually a series. This book is a young adult novel. I've had this for years. I'm pretty sure like I read this in high school. But it is a full series, but obviously #1 is kind of my favorite because it kind of got me into the series. So yeah, number 10. So basically what this book is about is Rose and Lisa are best friends. They run away from their Vampire Academy school and they get brought back to the school unwillingly and have to fight off the bad vampires. That is a really horrible description, but I definitely recommend checking this series out, and I will leave a list of all the books that I talk about down below. So number 10 is Vampire Academy. So number 9 is also another young adult novel. This one is Sisters Red, and it's by Jackson Pearce. Yeah, in case you didn't guess by the title, it is a Little Red Riding Hood type of story with a twist to it. But basically it is the Little Red Riding Hood story, kind of unexpected. I do recommend this book to a lot of people who enjoy like a lot of those Little Red Riding Hood, you know, the Grimm's fairy tale type stories, things like that. This one I often recommend. So number 9. So number 8 is actually a series, only because it's not a novel. But it is the Hana-Kima manga novel. This is just volumes 1, 2, and 3. I have the whole set. It's such a cute series. Like, I don't know. I have read it several times, and as soon as I'm done with like the 4 books I'm reading now, I will probably go back and read this one. But Hana-Kima is not a science fiction type of book, which is what I generally read. This is basically about a girl who wants to get close to a male athlete that she has like idolized. So she decides that she's going to pretend to be a boy and get into his school, and they end up becoming roommates, and she's trying to hide the fact that she's a girl, but he finds out and then they fall in love, and lots of stuff happens in between then. So this is definitely, this whole entire series would definitely have to be number 8 on my list. I love it. And if you like romance, I'm a romance fan. Just if you read the books that I'm talking about today, you will realize I'm a huge romance fan. So number 8. Number 7. Number 7 would have to be Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. This is the Lewis Carroll version, like with all the pictures and everything like that. Believe it or not, I actually did not read this book until recently. I think I read this last summer. I've always wanted to read it, but I never have. And I've always loved the movies, the original like Disney version of the movie, and also the Tim Burton version. So I broke down, I bought the book, and I love it. It's so good. It's such a cute, quick read. I like it. Number 6 is Gothic Charm School. This is by Jillian Venters. It's not really a like novel. Again, it's cute. It talks about all the different like questions, comments, concerns of everything to do with goth or alternative subcultures. And the way she goes about this, her language, just everything, it's a really good read. There's not really much to say about it. It's not like a self-help book, but it's not a novel. It's more along the lines of a self-help book. But her husband, I believe, is the one who illustrates the book. And he does a really good job of, you know, like putting cute little things in there, like the Christmas tree with the bats on it. But if you are ever just like, if you or somebody you know is really into the Gothic or alternative subculture, this is a really good book for them to read or for yourself to read if you haven't already. I absolutely love this. So this one is, did I say number 7? I think this is number 6. I'm losing track here. Number 5 is going to be Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And I know, if you know me, you're probably waiting for this to come up. Number 3 is one of my favorites in the series. There's something about the age of the kids, the characters that they bring in, the complexity of the story, and like the fun that it is to read. Number 3 is definitely my favorite, one of my favorites in the series. But if you have not read them, basically what Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is about, it's their 3rd year in Hogwarts, and there is a mass murderer on the loose. He broke out of prison. Basically, everybody thinks that he is coming after Harry, and things happen, and you find out that that is not true. I don't want to give too much of it away for those of you who haven't read it. Even though I know that like most everybody have, there are still a lot of people out there who have not read this series. So this is number 3 of the 7. Number 4 would have to be Dark Lover. This is by J.R. Ward. This is a novel of the Black Dagger Brotherhood. This is a whole series. There's tons of books in them. I think I'm reading like the 8th or 9th book right now. But this is a romance vampire novel, but it's not cheesy vampires like Twilight where they sparkle and stuff. These are like warrior vampires, and it's awesome. So this one here, Dark Lover, is the first one in this series, and this follows Wrath and Beth. So each book in the series follows a different brother and their female. So this one is the first one. It got me hooked on the series like right away. Basically, Wrath is the king of vampires, the king of the race there, and Beth is a part human, and Wrath is sent to go like rescue her and keep an eye on her, and then they end up falling in love, and she becomes a part of the family, yada yada. Love this book. I'm doing a horrible job of explaining these, but yeah. So this one, if you like romance and if you like paranormal, like vampires, things like that, this series by J.R. Ward is phenomenal. It's the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. So this is number 4. Number 3 would have to be Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Now I read this way before the movie ever came out, so don't judge me. But I absolutely love the way that this book is written. It follows Nick and Nora through their, like, I think it's just one night. I literally think it's only one night long. All their adventures of one night of them, like, falling in love and everything like that. And the way that it's written is, like, Nick, Nora. Nick, Nora. So it, like, goes back and forth between that. And this is written, it's by 2 people. It's written by Rachel Cohn and David Levithan? I don't know. Basically, he's in a band and she is at one of his concerts. Stuff happens where they end up, like, getting together, and I know that's very vague, but I really don't want to give away, like, the whole book, because, I mean, as you can see, it's so thin. It's wonderful. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist is definitely number 3. I've had this book literally for years. Like, pretty sure freshman year of high school. So I know that's been like at least 10 years. Number 2. So this is the 3rd book in the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. This follows the brother Zadist and his female Bella. I really love this particular one just because of the character. Like, he is this brutish, like, he's not physically, like, he's physically attractive, but he's, like, very scarred, and he's got, like, an angry expression all the time, so he's not attractive, like, right when you first see him, but he's still very, you know, handsome. And, you know, people are afraid of him, and Bella ends up falling in love with him. They do end up having a baby, which is like a huge part of the book, because that's like a big thing in the vampire world in this book, is like having babies is not the easiest thing. But I fell in love with Zadist from the very beginning. Like, he is probably one of my favorite. So again, this is book 3. So you have to get through the first 2 before you read this one, but I love this one. And finally, book number 1 in my top 10 book list. I don't know if this is going to be a surprise to anyone, but it is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So this is book number 1. This one is hardback. I have most of them in paperback, and then my mom actually has all the hardbacks, except for this one. This one is mine. And my aunt actually gave this to me when the book came out in 1998 for Christmas. So this book is like really special to me. I take really good care of it, even though it looks beat up. I hate the covers that come on hardback books, like on Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. I'm surprised I still have the cover on that one. But you can tell, like, it's got stains on it. It's got a coffee ring on it. So believe it or not, though, the pages are still immaculate. So this is number 1. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. This was the book that really got me into reading, really got me into the sci-fi, paranormal, fantasy genre of everything. I could bore you guys with why Harry Potter is my favorite, but I could probably go on and on and on. Long story short, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, for those of you who don't know, Harry is just finding out that he is a wizard and goes to his first year at Hogwarts, and where he meets Ron and Hermione, and they become best friends, go on all sorts of adventures, and break all sorts of rules. That's what it comes down to in mostly all of the books. But in this one in particular, Voldemort has reclaimed human form, so he is on the search for the Sorcerer's Stone to become immortal. Harry basically stops him in his tracks, and that's that. Good always wins, right? So yeah, this is my top 10 book series. I hope that that wasn't too confusing, or that that made sense whatsoever. And don't forget to go check out Rachel's list. I will leave a link to her video right over somewhere here. I don't know where I am in the screen, so I can't tell you. And also in the link down below. And I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, etc., feel free to leave those down below, and I promise I will get back to you. And in the meantime, I'm going to go search for a camera and hopefully order one. So, I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.